Hi everybody, just getting the little thing going here. Okay, so good morning, and we're gonna get started right away because I have like a lot to do, and so we're gonna do this. So first off, what we're making is we're gonna make scones because I have these beautiful um, blackberries that I'm going to put into the scones, and so we're starting off with actually going to put these here. Okay, so we're starting off with the recipe, which is actually a recipe for a change. I don't usually get too technical or complicated with my recipes. It's usually just a little of this and a little of that and pretty casual. Something super healthy and yummy and easy. But I do really like these scones, and so I do follow it a bit. And so these are chia seeds. So this is instead of an egg. So the chia seeds are, they are chia seeds. You just put it like a tablespoon in a couple tablespoons of water, and you let them sit, and you can kind of see here how they gel. So they start to gel, and that makes your egg replacement. Hi Monique, hi, hey Darlene, hi, and I think Jane's there too. So anyway, so we're starting off with chia seeds here. And then I also, I got a little bit of a head start on you guys. I did put some coconut sugar in here along with, that seems like a lot of baking soda. That can't just be baking soda. There must be something else in there. Anyways, okay, I'm just going to read the recipe to you. And basically, we're using a tablespoon of chia seeds in the water. We're going to dump that in, and then we're going to use oh, it's already here. I have it poured. I have it poured already. 3/4 of a cup of almond milk. Okay, so chia seed, coconut sugar, almond milk, and then we have a tablespoon of baking powder. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of this. We might have a surprise. That looks like a lot of baking soda, but I'm pretty sure I followed the recipe. Okay, we have some gluten-free flour here, and we're going to do 2 cups of that. So, okay, this is the Bob's Red Mill, so it's going to be gluten-free. We're going to have a little comedy act here this morning because I'm really in a hurry and I want to make all this stuff. So, yes, we want to make lots of things this morning. Okay, so that's basically 2 cups of flour. And the reason I'm rushing so much is because I really want to get it in the oven, and hopefully it will be out by the time we finish, but maybe not. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going over the recipe. The chia seeds, coconut. We also need 6 tablespoons of coconut oil. Okay, almost forgot. I knew there was something. And this is kind of handy. Whoops, this is glass. This is kind of handy because I need melted coconut oil for our next recipe. And it's kind of, because it's so warm in here, it's kind of half melted. So I'm going to try and take the firmer amounts because, so it's going to be like 2 heaping, so it's like 3 tablespoons. Okay, 4 tablespoons. Okay, try and get the thick stuff, 5 and a bit. And get it to unstick from my spoon. Okay, so that's that. We're saving the nice liquefied stuff there. Okay, so this can go here, and I have another new tool, which is super awesome, and it's brand new. I tried to get the label off. I don't know why they do that. They put those on and you have to like use nail polish remover to get it off. But anyway, okay, so we're just going to blend. We will blend the coconut oil into the flour, blending well. And you know, I think the last time I made this, it was really cold in the house. Uh-oh. Good girl. It was really cold in the house, and so it wasn't blending very well, and I really could have used this pastry cutter, but I didn't have one. I had never had one before. So now that I bought the pastry cutter, it's nice and warm in here, and I probably don't need it. So that's always how things go. Okay, so I'm just going to try and mix this a little bit better and set that there. Okay, so this is actually, yeah, I guess because it's so warm in here, it's blending right away, which is super awesome. Nice to see you guys this morning and have everybody here. And it's nice with the chia seeds too. One of the additional things that the chia seeds does is it, I'll have to remember this for next time to warm up the coconut oil so it blends so easy. But anyway, one of the nice things that the chia seeds does is it gives it a little bit of a crunch, you know, for whatever you're making. So I always notice when I put the chia seeds in, that it adds that little extra crunchy bite. Okay, so I'm just picking these blackberries out here because I'm a little bit worried that that when I stir this, it's just going to go right into mush. So what I might do is grab I did put some coconut oil in my pan here. Maybe that's not the best spot. We like to send things flying around here. Okay, yeah, I don't know, it'll mush. Do you think it's okay if it mushes? Okay, let's just give it a little bit of a stir, and I'm just going to, of course you have clean hands when you're doing this, and oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna mush it in. Mushing, because I do want it to have lots in there. So oh my gosh, I'm just picking out the firmer ones because they're starting to get a little bit soft. Okay, so that looks better. You know what? I'm just going to mush them in. It's going to look more like a sort of a berry colored scone. And these are really good. In case you haven't tried it, this is a really good recipe. Oh, that's funny. Interesting. Yeah, luckily she didn't keep barking for too long. Okay, so typically with these recipes that I've noticed on the internet, of course, I don't usually follow anything the way you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to actually form these into some sort of a shape, but we're not going to worry about that because I'm in a hurry and I want to get these in the oven. And I don't really care too much what they look like. I just want them to taste really good. So those are going to be kind of giant. Okay, because I want to get on to the next recipe. Okay, so there we go. That turned out really well. You know what? I'm going to put this one back in because it's not going to match now. Okay, let's just mush it all together here. Oh my gosh, good thing my hands are clean. Okay. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? Oh my gosh, okay. We'll move this guy over and put this guy here. And then one of the things that I do with this recipe is put a little bit of coconut sugar on top, and where's the coconut sugar? Oh my gosh. Okay, I forgot the coconut sugar. I'll be right back. Hang on. I'm just going to sprinkle a little on top. And then we'll pop that in the oven, and hopefully that will be ready by the time we finish. Okay, it just adds a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a crunch. And the coconut sugar, of course, has a lower glycemic index than most other sugars, so it's absorbed a little bit slower by the pancreas. And so, yeah, it's better for if you have blood sugar sensitivities or diabetes or anything. It's a little bit less to spike your blood sugar. But if you are, if you're really sensitive, what you can use, stick that in the oven. If you're really sensitive, what you can use is monk fruit, which is an actual fruit, and it will, it's made from a fruit, so it really doesn't spike blood sugar at all. So that's a really awesome product for you to use. And it's very, it goes a long ways. It's a little expensive, but it goes a long ways because it's super sweet, so you don't need very much. It's kind of almost like the consistency of an icing sugar, even though it's in a granule. It's like a really fine granule, and it's very sweet, and it's called monk fruit, and it's M-O-N-K. And so that is, it's a better alternative for people who are diabetic. So that's just a little hint for you guys to, yeah, to take with you. So what we're going to do now that the scones are in the oven, I can relax and breathe, have a cup of tea. Hopefully they'll be finished by the time we are finished. You guys can remind me, it's supposed to be like 20 minutes. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we are doing a recipe with, this is actually a friend of mine that I've mentioned before on my Facebook Live, and my YouTube channel is Liz Forrest. And so this is her, what she calls a Pleasecake, which is kind of like a cheesecake, only a healthier version. So that's going to be really fun. So what we do here, and she offers coaching, like she'll do raw food coaching and coaching for different, you know, if you had specific diet requirements and you wanted to do raw food or like superfoods, pretty much everything she makes, it's beautiful. You should see her Instagram, and super healthy, like completely raw and yeah, super healthy. So what we're starting off with here is the, we have some hazelnuts, and you can do this with, I've got walnuts and hazelnuts, but you could do it with walnuts and pecans if you wanted to. And then I did soak some dates. So we're going to attempt to make a little pie crust with this. And when I say attempt, I just mean trying not to kill the Vitamix, right? So, so I am going to, I'm going to grab a utensil here, and I just want to test these dates. Okay, I did soak them a bit, and basically all I did was cover them in water. And so just to not stress the blades so much. So hopefully this won't be too stressful for it. And then I always forget that you guys want me to measure. So that's probably, I'd say with the water, probably a cup of dates. Yeah, about that. And then this would be 3/4 of a cup, say, of walnuts. And this will be the same thing, about 3/4 of a cup of hazelnuts. So that's going to be our base. And let's just, for whatever reason, I seem to be disorganized today. Where's my lid? My beautiful lid that I have for my Vitamix. I'll grab that. When you do the Facebook Live every day, you tend to have a lot of, you know, you're always cleaning up this and moving it here and moving it there. And then certain things that I use all the time, sometimes I forget to put them back. Okay, so we're going to try this. So plug your ears. Try to pulse it, but maybe I need to give it a shake or stir. It's actually looking really good. It just needs a little more touch on those blades. Okay, let's give that a try. Okay, so you know what? I don't mind if it has a little bit of chunkiness in it. So it actually looks pretty good. Okay, so I wanted to put this in something to show you, because I want to show you what it looks like. I'll use this. Okay. We always have such a good time trying to decide what to do. So this Facebook Live is all about just kind of winging it. I have about 125 or more than that, a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. Most of them are like not live videos, so a little bit more professional. And they're all 15-minute healthy meals, mostly 15 minutes, all healthy meals. And so I also have a lot of pictures on my Instagram of all of these things, and the Facebook Live is just like coffee time every morning at 11 with some friends, and we experiment with different recipes and other healthy things that people want to learn about. And so yeah, so that's what this is all about. Very casual. You can see I don't mind the little chunks in there. We've got some chunks of the dates and the hazelnuts and the walnuts. So what we're going to do with this, and I'm not sure, I wish I had a bigger one of these. They're the little silicone muffin things, and these are the minis. I don't think I have a large one. So we're just going to put the base in here with our spoon. Just a little. And what you could do is you could actually, I wonder if I should have done that. There's so many different ways, right? You could just put it in like on a pie plate or something, or a cake pan that you could, because what we're going to do is we're going to freeze it, right? So so that when you take it out, it would actually look like a little cheesecake, a mold. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't really have one that I think I would be able to pull this out of gracefully. Like I do anything gracefully. So we're going to do this. And you could eat this obviously right on your own. You can use this base for, oh my gosh, like squares, any kind of squares. I think we've done this before, and then we put like a berry, a bunch of berries with it, and it's like a pie crust. So anything that you would need a really super yummy pie crust, you could add this to. Or I mean, you could use this as a base. Oh my gosh. My little brain's going so fast today. So we're just going to put these in the bottom. And actually the other thing you could do with this is you could just put this on the dehydrator and have it as a snack. So it's really, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. So it's super, you know, versatile and full of protein, obviously, with the nuts in it, and then it's sweet because it has the dates, but it also has all the benefits of the dates as well, all the vitamins and minerals. And so this is a super healthy little base here. I don't want it too thick. So we want to have a lot of the actual cheesecake part of it. Okay, so yeah, I might put that onto something else, and then I can't remember exactly. I have a little silicone thing like a cake plate, but I don't know where it is. So anyway, we're going to do it this way. Okay, so next step in the recipe, we're going to do We're going to take this. This is the cashews. So we're going to do the cashews, and I soaked the cashews. And so we're going to blend the cashews, believe it or not, with carrots. So that's what's going to make it super healthy. And so I will actually cut these carrots up a bit just so that we don't struggle with the Vitamix again. A spring form pan. Good idea. Yeah. You missed what I'm making. Okay. Yeah, it's this is the base for a it's called a Pleasecake, and it's instead of a cheesecake, and it is a recipe. Usually I kind of make up and come up with my own recipes, or you know, dream something up, some variation of something that I saw that I want to try. But this happens to be Liz Forrest's recipe, and she's a good friend of mine, and so she teaches raw food cooking and coaches people on health and nutrition with everything being completely raw. I'm not quite that much of a raw purist, so, but I do appreciate that it is like the healthiest food that people can be doing. So we're going to add the cashews and the carrots, and then we're going to add the coconut oil. So what I'm contemplating is the recipe calls for a sweetener, and I'm not too much wanting this to be super sweet, so I'm kind of contemplating, I think what we'll do is we'll try and blend it and then give it a taste, because I'm thinking with the cashews and the carrots, you know, it's probably going to be sweet enough. I don't want it too sweet, but we could add some maple syrup. We'll see. So what we're adding to this also is the coconut oil that I was talking about earlier that we needed it melted. So it's going to take quite a bit. 3/4 of a cup of coconut oil. So yeah, so that's quite a bit, but you know that the coconut oil, this is the pure raw organic coconut oil, and it's very, very good for you. Like really ideally people should be taking about at least a teaspoon a day, if not a tablespoon a day of coconut oil. So you're not going to eat this whole cheesecake at once. So it looks like a lot of coconut oil, but it's really not. And we do need those coconut oil fats. Okay, so let's, and I don't mind that this had the bottom in it. It's just going to add to the flavor. It's going to be all mixed together anyways. Hi, Kate. Hi, how you doing? Nice to see you on here. Okay, so we're going to add this, and again, we're going to hope to not break the blender. Here we go. Oh, it makes it turn a beautiful orange color with the carrots. I just want to give it a little stir here. Kind of interesting. I would like to blend it more because the carrots are they're still a little bit, it's going to be gritty, and I don't want it too gritty. So let's see. Okay. That should do it. Oh yes, much better. Okay, so you can see the consistency here. It's a beautiful orange. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with this because do we want to leave it orange or do we want to add blueberries? I had the thought of adding blueberries, and I brought the blueberries out. So what I'm going to do, because we love to experiment, is I'm going to taste this first. Wow. Okay, so my thought at this point is, hey, Darlene, let's do what we always do. Let's do both. Whenever I can't decide on what to do with a recipe. whether to go with this way or that way. We usually do both. So, okay, so in this case, I am going to, what am I going to do? I am going to look for another container here. And actually, I can use these nut containers. Oh, I can use this. Yes, I can use the coconut oil cup. And so I'm going to pour half of this out. And this is how we like to roll around here, is we like to just adapt recipes, come up with different things right in the middle of it. And, you know, it's fun. One of the comments that I had was that when they watch this, they realize that they don't have to follow a recipe and that they can do anything and it's not scary. And that's one of the things that I really promote is that there is no perfection. And so if you start cooking something and it turns into something else, it's absolutely fine and probably meant to be. And if all else, you can stick it in soup. So, so it's really, yeah, a few people have said that I've just given them the freedom to just play in the kitchen without really having a expectation of something coming out perfectly perfect, because it doesn't happen very often around here with me. Okay, so we poured this out. This is going to be the blueberry. Did I get that half and half? Let's see. I pour a little bit more. So we'll do that. Oh, we're going to set that aside for a minute while I add some maple syrup to the present flavors. And it is really good. It's very interesting, and it'll be very interesting when it's frozen. So I'm just trying to describe for you the actual flavor. And so the most prominent flavor is the cashews. Like, you don't even taste the carrot at all. So, and the cashews, yeah, they're kind of sweet, but kind of not. And then I'm thinking about the dates and the nuts too, right? Because this is all going to go together. So I'm not going to add very much. I'm going to add maybe 2 tablespoons. Sometimes it's hard for me to taste things and then carry on talking. I should have a little sip here. This is the lemon balm tea again. Lemon balm tea, in case you missed it yesterday, it is really good for, it's very antiviral. Super good to protect your body from viruses. It will actually kill viruses. It's very helpful if you have something like reoccurring cold sores, or, you know, it really specifically works on that kind of herpes type cold sore virus. And just in general, as an antiviral, it's awesome and amazing. So it is something that you should or would drink all winter, just to keep your immune system up and to go through your body kind of scavenging, is that it? Scavenging for any kind of viruses that are hanging around. So it is really helpful as a prevention for sure. And it tastes amazing too. You know what? I don't think this is going to blend very well, and I don't want to thin it out. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm just going to stir this. Because really, it's just maple syrup. I don't need it blended. All right. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to take our little things here. I don't need to plug there. And we're going to do half. And then what I'm going to do is, I really don't know what to do with the rest of it, because when it freezes, am I going to be able to get it out? I suppose so. I suppose when it thaws, it will probably come loose of whatever container I put it in. Whoops. Okay. So, we're just going to put it in this. I'll let you guys know if it comes out or not. Okay. Now let's carry on here. Put the rest of this in here, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. Just see how that goes, how that comes out. And this would be just, obviously without the shell, this is just going to be like cheesecake part frozen, kind of like a ice cream or a nice cream. Liz does like to talk about the nice creams instead of ice cream. Okay, so we're going to put this back in. So this is the part without the maple syrup. And put this in here like that. And, oh yeah, blueberries. I'm gonna put some blueberries in. And these are from Avalon Farms here in Port Alberni. Kathy Burkowski owns the farm, and it is the only absolutely certified organic blueberry farm in Port Alberni. And I know she had a really hard time getting the pickers this year, you know, because of all that's going on. So, you know, it was really hard to get pickers, and I think that was through the whole, or a lot of the farming industry with the whole COVID thing. They didn't get the workers, and so I encourage you, you know, go out and support your local farmers. Go to the farmers market, get to know your farmers, because everyone, you know, that depending on what your crop is, like, you want to support everyone as much as you can. And I'm not sure if Kathy has any blueberries left from this season, but I know she is going to be going into making and producing blueberry leaf tea, which is super good, full of antioxidants, fantastic for your eyes and your liver. And so so I will let you know when Kathy starts doing the blueberry leaf tea. We'll be collaborating on that. So just so that you know, it's really, really good and super important to support your local farmers and your local businesses. Okay, so these blueberries are frozen, so let's just see what the Vitamix decides to do, if he's going to needs more liquid, or if we can just do it like this. I'll try and pulse it. Let's try to grab the little blades. Let's see. Okay, so the blueberries are getting lost in the liquid. A little. So let's just mush them by hand. The other thing is that I was telling you guys last week, see, that's what happens in your stomach. The blueberries are stuck in the middle of the rest of this Pleasecake, and the blender blades don't want to grab it because it's kind of lost in the fluid. And I was telling you that with your stomach as well. You don't want to be drinking a bunch of liquid when you're eating, because if you do, the same thing or similar thing happens in that all of the stomach acids and the enzymes and everything can't really attach to the food. They have to be mixing with the food to break it down to help you to have efficient digestion. And you know, that eliminates the gas and the bloating and indigestion and all that. So it's really important not to drink when you're eating. If you're going to drink something, drink it 20 minutes before or 2 hours after. If you want to have a few sips of something, then that's fine, but it's just, you don't want to do like an 8 or 10 ounce glass of water or milk when you're eating, because the enzymes and the acids will just be floating around in the water trying to, connect with the food, never mind attach to it. And you need those enzymes and those acids to break the food down. You know what happened? I just figured out what happened here. I'll show you. The blueberries were frozen, and the coconut milk solidified. Or the coconut oil solidified. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, well, we're just gonna pat it in there with the spoon. So yeah, and that's how these experiments go. Lesson learned. When you're working with coconut oil that you've purposely melted so that it's a liquid, so that it'll go into the freezer and become hard like a solid, and then you mix something frozen with it, it what's that word? It doesn't rehydrate, but it re-solidifies the coconut oil. Oh my God. Hey, you know what? I'll bet you this tastes really good just on its own. Like a, Oh God, like an ice cream because it's already halfway frozen. Okay, I'm gonna get a clean spoon and try it. Let's see. Don't you love it when I experiment? Way too much fun. Okay, let's see. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Okay, so we don't need to put it in the little muffin tins. We can put the stuff that we've set aside here. See, we set it aside for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. We put that in there and we can just eat this right out of the blender. Wow. What should I call it? It's really, really good. Oh, that's amazing. I should dig some out though so you can see. It doesn't look pretty, but it tastes really, really good. So when you mix your frozen blueberries with your liquid coconut oil, it no longer stays liquid. Okay, I'll try and make it look like something. There we go. Kind of tastes like cookie batter. Oh my God, that is so good. And it's refreshing because the blueberries are frozen. So, okay. Oh my God, we have so much fun. Okay, let's just do this and freeze that. We'll see what the one in the middle turns out like. And so, hang on a second here. And look at that. I had the exact perfect amount. It's always a reason for everything, setting this aside. Okay. Okay, so that's going to go into the freezer. That's hilarious. Okay. Now, what you can do with this is pretty much anything you want. I think what we'll do is I'll come up with something to put it in tomorrow. And this is the base. The other thing you could do with this, which would be really super awesome, and this is for the people that have just joined us. Rita's on. Oh, hi. Hi, good morning. You could, this is dates, hazelnuts, and walnuts blended together with a little bit of water to soak the dates. And what you could do is, because it's got high protein from the nuts and then it's got the dates for the sweetness, you could add some cocoa to this and turn it into power balls. That would be awesome. Or you could just add cocoa to it and eat it straight up, or you could add cocoa to it and dehydrate it. So we'll see what I decide to do with that, and I will let you know. And yeah, so super exciting. I'm going to put this in the freezer, and you know what? I think I'm going to take a quick look at the scones, and if they're finished, I will show them to you real quick. Let's have a look and see. That was my whole plan. Kind of, sort of. I'll have to stick a toothpick in the middle, but I think they're done. Okay, so thanks you guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, I'll test these and I will post it. So I look forward to your comments, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 11. Okay, so for some more surprising, fun recipes and tips on health. See you tomorrow.